Let's go. Wow, first. Let's have a look here. Spacescaping, those Lagrange points look absolutely breathtaking. And the stations look very different from what we're used to. Look at all those refinery areas here. This is something that I've been saying for quite some time now. I do believe that CIG is going to use the stations above planets for cargo, and the stations, I know Brother Graham will be talking about the MSR later, and the stations at Lagrange points for refining, which would make sense because they do have those little asteroid fields here where people would mine with their prospectors and then go to these stations and then we'll be able to refine them on the spot. So that definitely makes sense. Yeah, those new stations are so much better. Absolutely, Kenshin. Absolutely agree with you. Arthur Segrin says, yup. Let's continue. Oh, yeah, did you see that animation here? Let's play the animation again of that little smelter here on the side. Yeah, you don't want to get near that lava anywhere.
The mining system to all of the other systems that we really want to sort of focus on in the future. Things like cargo and crafting.
Yes, crafting. We do want crafting in Star Citizen. Absolutely. Crafting is one of the main keystones of any type of large-scale MMO. We need crafting in Star Citizen 2. Glad that they're talking about it. And this is maybe the very first, guys, this is maybe the very first step to crafting in Star Citizen. We'll talk about the MSR later at the end of the stream, Colossus. Don't worry.
Our player to create things within the universe.
The air of refinement.
So you would typically go out in your mining vehicle, your prospector, your mole, and you would try and find asteroids with preferably valuable materials.
Of course, yes.
The general idea that we want to put across to players is that you can go out and mine anything you want, but you might also want to be paying a bit more attention to the materials.
Wait, what is it doing? What is it doing? I think that CIG must have watched my live stream. I see that CIG because in one of my live streams on Twitch, I was having fun making funny drawings here while mining at the same time, and they're doing the same, guys. Come on. What is this? This is totally a... This is totally... CIG, you naughty boys, you are drawing D's. They are drawing D's with my... I do exactly the same when I'm mining. I also draw stuff like that. Oh, CIG, that is not friendly, family friendly. Yeah, no. You should not know what this is, baby. You should not know what they are drawing.
The refined versions of these materials, which would be more valuable and sell for
more than
the basic raw materials that you were getting from the asteroid in the first place.
Oh, yes, that's what we want to see. Look at that. This is the very first screen. This is the they're drawing big D's while mining. I do that too. That's how I make mining entertaining. Anyway, let's have a look here at that very first screen. Station profile, material specialization. So they specialize. Here we can see what they specialize in. They specialize in Continuum, Hephaestanite, and Agricium. Or I didn't catch this the first time, says Buck Rogers. Yeah, that's so funny, right? So I'll be more impressed if it has if I had it in my hangar. Why is the limit? We'll talk about the MSR later on the forum. Refining is currently under a light workload and will not charge extra for the work orders at this time. So that means that when a lot of people are refining, they are going to charge more, And current capacity is 0%. Okay, so that is probably where, a place where refining is not so low. The setup, I don't know what those numbers mean though. We got the composition here and some random indicators here. All right, cool. And here we got the funds, the refinement center. Here, that's the module and the name of the user. Okay, so far so good. Let's see what's coming up next.
Create your job. You will toggle the refine or discard.
Okay, so we select the ship. Amaela, let's say bye-bye. Let's listen. Is grandma really here? Amaela, bébé? Tu es sûr? All right. Well, apparently Grandma is back. All right. So it's just you and us now. So we've got the vehicle here, the amount that is refinable, the amount that is inert, and the free space too. Okay.
On each individual material in the cargo hold, and what this will allow you to then.
Oh, okay. So set up work order, and now, so this is what's in the manifest. Here we can choose to refine everything or not. Yeah, so that's the little girl you sometimes hear in the videos. She likes to come during live streams. No, Ama n'est pas là. All right. Well, Ama is not here. Oh, she's back. She's back. All right. So I will be editing this. I'll be editing this on YouTube, of course. Attention, non, ne touche pas à ça. Then, so what do we have? We have raw quartz, beryl. So these are the different materials that you can mine in the verse, and you can choose to refine them or not. And it has a price. Okay. So this basically is going to cost 737 alpha UEC, which means that you cannot do that if you don't have any cash and a time at the same time. Also, it's not going to be instantaneous. It is going to take some time to do that work. Well, of course, time is money, so that makes sense. We need to pay. But is the difference between raw material and refined material going to be that interesting, or are you not going to be able to sell raw materials in the future? Are you going to have to go to a refinery in order to be able to sell the goods that you would have mined before? Is this going to be compulsory? Well, I don't know yet, right? I never actually caught a stream. I'm logging in now to see my baby says native fry. It's okay. She's staying here.
And do is select the processing type that you would typically want to choose, and you can click the get quote button, and what this will do is it polls our backend systems and the refinery system itself to determine the
44 minutes
cost and price and duration of that job in the universe at that exact time.
Wow, so those refining, you're not gonna get your money soon. Wow, so that actually takes quite some time until those raw materials eventually get refined. Now the question is, once they are refined, do you get the money instantly, or do you have to come pick them up with another ship? Maybe you have to come and pick them up with, say, a Mercury Star Runner, for example, and then sell them somewhere else. That would be interesting gameplay too.
The numbers that you're seeing here as well, the cost of the jobs, the yield that you're getting out, the value of what these materials will end up being ultimately when the patch is released, are subject to change. They're currently going through several balancing passes.
Yeah, obviously, right? I don't think people are going to be able to I don't think people are going to be willing to wait for several hours for all of their materials to be refined, as those timers seem a little bit long, in my opinion.
Are not final, so please, no one freak out. Everything you see in ISC
Don't
is
freak
work
out.
in progress. Jared made me say this. Binaries also function under a capacity system. There's no limit to the number of
capacity. So what capacity are we talking about here? Now that's really interesting.
Of jobs they can actually run at any one time, but obviously the higher that you go, the higher that number of the percentage of refinery capacity is, the more the job is going to cost, and it's down then to the player to determine, is this job worth me doing here, or am I basically going to lose money by running a job here when I could take it somewhere else?
So let me see if I understand this right. So the more people refine materials at a refinery, the more expensive it's going to be to refine because of how busy the refinery is going to be. Now, that is very interesting. Now, does that mean that, for example, you're going to have to choose to go to places that are not quite, let's say, for example, you are mining around Crusader, and you want to go to the refinery around Crusader L1, which is very close to Port Olisar, and you realize that a lot of people are there, so maybe you want to go to Crusader L4, which is quite far from everything, and there you're going to realize that no one's there, so you're going to make a better profit. Now, that is That would be some interesting gameplay, and that would also encourage more people to go to these leverage points, which are kind of empty, right? Not a lot of people go there, so that would be another very smart way to encourage people to go to several places, to more places around the verse that are not so popular and where we're not going so much. I like that. See, seems legit, says -7. Absolutely.
Refineries additionally also have proficiencies. You could perhaps find a refinery that is extremely good at processing quantanium, and therefore they will offer you more in the way of yield when you commit the job to them. Typically, this is to encourage players to shop around for the best bargains. Jobs can be...
Oh, very interesting. So let's say there's a refinery that's very good at refining gold, and you've got a hole full of gold. So you're gonna want to go to that refinery. You got a hole that is full of quantanium, and there's that one refinery that takes that quantanium, that makes it, that refines it in a very safe way with the most with the best price possible. You want to go there. That's also very nice too. Okay.
Anywhere,
guys, we'll talk about the MSR later.
To several hours, depending on the size of the job, the processing type you chose, and the general amount of work and capacity that the refinery is currently at. So jobs can be either created and left until their duration expires, but if you're out and about when a job finishes, you will receive a notification on your visor that states that the job that you completed at the refinery in question has finished.
Okay, very cool. Very nice, very nice. So you don't need, obviously, right? You don't need to stay there. You can go by your business and you'll get a notification. That's super cool. That is super cool. And you can also obviously cancel it as well. So what if you cancel? So you are about to cancel a work in order that a work order that is currently in progress. You will only receive the currently processed materials and will be discarded. And we will discard the rest. If this is acceptable to you, confirm. Otherwise, click cancel. All right.
And receiving the already processed materials at the cost of discarding the rest. This is to give players the option of claiming a job when maybe all of the quantanium in the job has been already finished, or allow them to just cancel a job early because they feel like they're going to get enough from it.
Oh!
So ultimately what we want to do is
wait. Let's go back here.
So ultimately what we get enough from it.
So, look at that. Work complete. And then, you see there's a ship here. Why is it written 18 out of 87? And why is it a Hornet? It's probably because it's probably a bug. So here's what's happening. Once, and that's brilliant. So once the refining is complete, then it takes the cargo to one of your ships, and then a cargo ship, obviously not a Hornet here. So once the refining is complete, it takes the cargo to one of your cargo ship, and then you're going to have to leave the refinery and sell it somewhere. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Why don't I have a prospect? Now I want to own a prospector. This is great because I love trading, I love carrying cargo. I'm not a big fan of mining, but if you're going to have to mine, spend the time mining, get a nice cargo hold in your prospector, go to those refineries, refine the goods, then it's into your cargo ship. You're going to have to take your cargo ship to one of the main landing zones and then sell your cargo. That is great payoff, for the time that you're spending in the verse, and finally, you're getting all that money after all that hard work. That's great. I love this. I love this. I just don't understand why it's an Anvil Hornet here, but I love it.
So ultimately what we wanted to do is we wanted to provide the players with more choice. It's important that we allow players to make bad decisions. But
yeah, of course. Players should make bad decisions in order to be able to learn from them and then get better. That makes sense.
That we give them all the information that they need to make the good decisions. Whether this is the miner that could decide to just sell his raw materials and cut his losses, or go to the refinery and run it through their system and then
Hornet buff confirms his
Linux. Be worth a lot more in the way of currency. And we feel these are interesting gameplay scenarios that would benefit the players.
It
when
will.
refining comes online in the
Wow. You know what? That's one of the things that was really disappointing in Star Citizen Alpha 3.11 is that we didn't have any new gameplay with the cargo decks that came in 3.11, but we're gonna have some really interesting new... We are really going to have a full gameplay loop with those refineries in Star Citizen Alpha 3.12. Guys, this is really exciting. This makes me really hyped and excited for Star Citizen Alpha 3.12. And I can't wait for that. And you can be sure I'll be playing this over and over again. I'm probably gonna get a prospector in-game to be able to experience that for myself. Yeah, that is really cool. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is The Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.